Hello everyone, welcome to Powerline. I'm your host Sky Knight, and let's talk finishing moves. So today, I have a deck here in front of me that I built for one of my retro battles for the channel, and I'd like to display it here for you today. This is actually a deck that I did not get a chance to play when it came out, so I was a little bummed about it. But now for this retro battle, I had a chance to rebuild it and give it all the updates that it deserved and needed. So today, I have brought you Enigmans. That's right, Stargate Nations, the Enigman build. So without further ado, let's get to it. So for the starter, there are a lot of good choices, but I feel the deck needs consistency. So I start with Enigman Flow. Yes, I'm going with the ride chain. The Cosmic Hero Grandsub would be a great starter because it allows me to draw on a deck, but consistency is consistency with the deck, and we all know that, the deck needs Enigman, so the more Enigmans, the better. For my trigger lineup, I run 4 Justice Rose for the heals, for no particular reason. I run 4 Justice Cobalts, again for no particular reason. I run 4 Draw Triggers, Gunjos, no particular reason. But what the deck did get, that I put 4 at, is these Enigman Sunsets. Throw them into the soul, your Vanguard gets plus 4,000, and an ability when it hits, you can unflip with damage. I enjoy this card. Unfortunately, it doesn't go back into the deck, but with the many different tools that the deck gets to get cards into the soul for it to come out, I think this is an excellent addition, and it's an Enigman, so if it ends up in the drop zone, or excuse me, if it ends up in the damage zone, I am able to flip it for the abilities of other cards. For the grade 1 lineup, let's start with 4 copies of Enigman Ripple. Again, continue on with the train ride. This card also, when able to get me the Enigman Storm by discarding the Tornado, but I'll never really do that because let's face it, I need Tornado for the effect, but I'll get there when I get there. So I run 4 of these Enigman Ripples. Next, I run 3 copies of Enigman Cloud. Now, this is actually really good for me. I was playtesting around for a little bit. You'll see it in one of the retro battles later. This card actually is really, really good. When you start putting in the storms and sunsets inside the soul, you can bring them back out, or bring other things out that you don't need, like the starter and any other grade 1 in terms of the mid-late game. This card actually is just really good. I'm really happy that they got a whole ride, an extra set of ride for the grades 1, 2, and 3 for Enigmans. It enables consistency with the deck. Not so much as like the other ones like Metalborgs and Dimensional Robos, but this works. This works. Next, because you have to, I run 4 Perfect Guards. There's no real reason. You just need to run 4 Perfect Guards. Where we're at right now, if I want to make this competitive, this is a casual deck, you just need the 4 Perfect Guards, so you run 4. And lastly, for my grade 1s, I run 2 Commando Laurels. Why? Because if I go first, I'm going to try to one-shot you. And what better way to do it than Commando Laurel? I find it very interesting that this guy has received a lot of hype in the Stride format. He went from being a $0 card to like a $15 card, $15-$20 card. So this guy it's kind of hard to get, but you just do it. You have to have this card, and I feel it's really fun in this deck. To be honest, it's just really, really fun to play Commander Laurel, especially when you have Storm going up and critting them. Next, for my grade 2s, I run 4 copies of the Enigman Wave. This card, again, part of the ride chain. It's just good. It allows me to draw a card when it's on point. It helps with the cross ride for Enigman Storm. So again, I just need to fill my deck with as many Enigmas as possible. So it's just there. Enigman Storms. Or Enigman Waves. Next, I run 4 copies of Enigman Night Sky. Counterblast 1 Enigman in the soul. Or Counterblast 1 Enigman. I choose one of my Vanguards with Enigman and it gets plus 4k. Now this is the reason why I'm filling my deck with so many Enigmans, because they need to be in the damage zone for me to use his ability, and so things could get kind of rough when you don't have any Enigmans in the damage zone. Next, I run 3 copies of Cosmic Hero Grandfire. Now you're wondering why that? Well, power is power, and then if I'm using this in a main deck, so like regular casual matches with strides, it's important that I get that extra power off somewhere. So Grandfire is actually very beneficial, and and also that in the retro battles that we do, when both characters are at grade 3, you get the Generation Break 1 off. So again, it does work. It's just, I enjoy card. I enjoy the extra power that this card brings. And lastly, I bring out 1 Grandsub. Why? Because retiring cards is retiring. I'm a jerk. No, for reals. It's just good. I typed it in at 1. You can say that I also don't have the 4th Grandfire, but this is actually a great addition to have. No one sees it coming, and it actually enables me to interact with my opponent's field. So 1 Grandsub. Next, I have, for my grade 3s, 4 Enigman Storms. The finishing off the chain ride, this card is integral to the deck. It enables the combo with Tornado. It by itself gains the extra crit. There's not really much to say about it. Enigman Storm, let's go. And finally, 4 Enigman Tornadoes. Wow. Wow. This card, I can one-turn somebody if everything goes right during that turn. The bottom ability where you throw an Enigman into the soul from your hand and it gains 4,000. So if you ride that first, you throw in a Storm, if a Storm's not already in there, or you throw in a Sunset. It's just so versatile, and combos end up happening. But that top ability, and at the beginning of your end step, if it has 1900 power or more, so you need to do the plus 4,000 ability twice somehow, which isn't that hard with Grandfire, Grandsub, the Enigman Tornado himself, or even Sunset if it's in the soul. Just ways to give this thing the extra 4k to make 19. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, choose 2 cards from your hand and discard it. When it hits, you go get Enigman Storm and ride it to stand. It gets plus 10k, so then it'll add. So the Enigman Storm's second ability will activate, making it a 20 or 21k, depending on if you have the chain ride inside. And you just go for game. It's so much fun. The most extreme YOLOs of all YOLOs. I can't believe it's YOLO on camera. Whatever, I'm sticking with it. It's really fun. I have no complaints about this card, and it looks great. If you guys know me, I'm all about the way the cards look, and if a card looks amazing, I will play the card / clan. And lastly, for the stride units, this is where it gets kind of funky, because normally I don't play. I'm using this clan for a retro battle, but if I want to take it out and be really cool, I will run 1 Blizza. I will run 1 X-Falcon. Why? Because it's funny to me. I will run 2 Tigers. and 4 rogues. Those are the stride units. Each one serves a different purpose when I need to stride with this deck, but I don't really feel I need to stride with this deck because Storm and Tornado really just put in all the work. But I do need to stride to get off Sub and Grandsub and Grandfire. So guys, there you have it. That is Sky Knight's build to his retro deck, the Enigmans. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave it in the comment section below. If you want us to deck profile a specific deck, clan, or build, also let us know in the comment section below. Thank you and have a great day. Bye!